said, like, I wonder if he'll ever be a tight end in his career. Like, had you heard that before KO really brought it up?
I've heard whispers of it before, but whispers are whispers. But when he talked to me about it last year, I was pretty excited about it. So, I'm excited.
What's the biggest part of the change? Like just from day one of going to tight end, what's the biggest adjustment that you have to make?
I would say probably just the technique of things. You got to get used to getting in the stance, getting out of the stance. The route combinations are different than I'm used to. I'm used to being outside. Now I'm attached to the line in the slot a lot. So it's some adjustments, but like I said, I got a head start on it, which really helped me coming in OTA.
How will you use what you've been able to do so far heading into this break and come back to training camp ready to roll?
Like I said, it's been a big help just getting my feet up under me. It was kind of tough at first, just simple things like getting out of my stance. It's come a long way between the beginning of OTAs till now. So, like I said, just being here from the beginning has really helped me get a head start on training camp.
And then, you find out what coaching staff might do, how you can really help the team. How exciting is that to look at that new role?
Very, very. Something new, something I'm really embracing at this point. I think it could really work out, and I could really be a mismatch at that position. So I'm very excited.
Awesome. Thank you much.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
How does it feel, this defense, and what you're learning and all those things?
It's pretty good. It's something similar I ran in college before. Different terminologies, but the same meaning, the same thing. So once I adjust to that, adjust to the team a lot more, it'll be a lot good. So far it's been really good. I'm excited to get out here.
Can you get an idea what the personality of this defense will be?
Aggressive. Just from what I've seen, obviously last year, knowing Flores and how he guarded gets down, Flo gonna call it up. He gonna dial it up. So having that aggressive style makes other teams play on our terms. So I love it. I'm all about that.
Should be coming off the edge some, huh?
I can't wait. Can't wait.
Passing situations.
Can't wait. I know I'll be.
What's it like watching a guy like Dallas Turner, young, inexperienced, but still so much talent?
Man, kid look like that running 4.4. It's like factory made, So doing the fine tunings, make sure he understands the game better, so that way he can make his moves more natural and learn and progress in this league. Because that's what it's all about. Just developing. Everybody's fast and stronger at this point. And honestly, those numbers don't matter anymore. But I take that on my wing as a responsibility of mine to continue to help him develop, become the best version of himself. It's too much potential not to be. So I'll be spilling all my gems to him. He's a great kid, willing to listen, and that's the best thing about it. So guys, the situation has a lot of potential.
How do you go about implementing your leadership style on a new team?
Just be myself. I really haven't had to do much anything else. As you see, the abs thing, that's thing I kind of brought from Houston. Just what I kind of got into a routine a little bit, and I think everybody's kind of drawn towards that because they see the benefits from it. So just be myself, man. I feel like I don't have to do nothing else. And then these guys are so young, man. They're eager and they're hungry to make some plays and win. So I can get on board with that. So you do that and you give me that, I can do the other stuff for you.
A little hotter and humid down in Houston. How's it compare in terms of weather and workout?
Yeah, I see this. I see the trees, the leaves, everything blowing. The wind is blowing. I'm loving every second of it. I know that comes with a price later on. However, I'm enjoying this right now, man. So I love this weather. I love the environment. I love the people here. Everything's been great so far.
How different is the learning process of Brian Flores' scheme versus other ones you've had in the past?
It's at the end of the day, it's still ball. I've been in 3-4s. I've been in 4-3s. All the time, so I've kind of just, like I said before, it's just different terminologies meaning the same thing, but just getting on that same page of understanding what he wants and how I want to execute it and how he wants me to bring whatever I brought, from Houston and everything, so I can incorporate here. So, man, I'm excited. I'm excited that he's just let me play and be a part of the system.
How cool is that he is that kind of guy that wants you to tell me what you want to change and what we can implement?
Right. It's pretty cool because at the same time we're just talking ball, and I think that's the thing about this game is everybody's evolving and setting. It's an innovative league. You got to be able to conquer and beat new strategies that offenses are going to continue to throw at you. This league is an offensive game, so when you got a guy to actually listen to the guys that are in the game, giving feedback to where it can benefit both of us, man, I love it. And that makes me play faster and more confident out there, so I don't have to worry about anything. And I think that's the message that he's putting out to everybody. I think a lot more of our meetings are more open dialogue to understand what you know. So at that point, we're good. I'm already done.
Jonathan, how much is the position of edge rusher evolved?
One more time. Yeah, they're going crazy.
How much does the position of edge rusher evolve since you came in the league, just as far as different places you line up? And
I've learned too, they all come in many shapes and sizes. I think that's the main thing. You kind of see DN or outside backers like this prototypical look. But how I look at it is you turn the tape on, you should see the same results. You know, whether it's sacks, TFLs, disruptiveness, just on their unrecorded stats. Everything could come. You do those things really well, you stop the run, and then you can rush the passer really good. I think that anybody could be fit for that if you're that type of guy. I love that I can use all those things because me not being this prototypical style type of DN or outside backer, I could do all of those things. I can give you power, speed, finesse, you name it. I just put all that into the game and it actually works to my benefit.
Jonathan, you talk about chemistry, right? You're only minicamp and they're already gelling at you.
Listen, you see, when we first started doing this app thing, we probably had 2 people out here. Now you see we got the DBs out here in the D-line. I mean, everybody's doing it. I think that just brought us so much closer. Just after this, and we get through grinding, you know, having these tough days out here, and it's going to be continuing to carry on during camp when it gets, you know, those hot temperatures. So I think that's huge for us, just to be able to know each other like the back of your hand and understand what buttons you can press by just building that camaraderie and understanding what you want out of the teammates. And we all want that same goal, and I think we all know what that goal is at the end of the day. So we're definitely on that mindset and that mission. As you see behind me, they want me to get back to it, but I'm not doing 2 sets in a row. So I'll be definitely heading into the locker room after this. I brought it here. I can't remember exactly when we were in Houston. It's just kind of a collective thing that we all kind of just started doing after workouts, just getting extra abs because we do everything else, but you know, time could be constraining and you got to go to meetings. So why not get a little 10 minutes of abs? Just knock it out because at the end of the day, the core is everything. I've had a lot of core injuries in the past and dealt with that. And as we know, you keep having the core strong, everything else is going to be better. So injuries go down. So I'm a big firm believer in doing core.
We won't be doing that.
And having a six-pack. So. Let's not lie to ourselves here. Got to look good.
I want to some real quick
Sure.
about Dan Campbell was talking about pressures versus sacks.
Sure.
How his focus was mainly on pressures more than the sack number. I guess how do you view that as a rusher with obviously pressure impacts consistently, but sacks are game-changing?
That's a great question. Just in general as a rusher, I mean, the mindset in there is obviously either get the sack or be disruptive. I think that's a mindset in general. Everybody wants a sack, so you're going to rush every time to get the sack. But as we know, they get paid on the other side too. Those are 300-pound men who have families to feed just like we do too. So you have to counter those things. So, you know, if you're not getting there, if you're being disruptive, I think that does a lot for the quarterback. The quarterback, whether he gets his timing messed up, he might sway a little bit in the pocket, get his feet stepped on. They hate that. So getting a hand hit, whatever the case may be, to make it crowded as possible in that pocket, is I'm a firm believer that affects anybody. I mean, I don't care who you are. You can be the best quarterback, but even Tom Brady will tell you, you get me in a tight space like that, I mean, and he doesn't like it. So just being effective anyway. So, yeah, him with that statement, I mean, it's just different from each player, each coach, and there's different philosophies. Some guys, they just, hey, we want sacks. I mean, as we know, I mean, if we got to sack every single play, I mean, come on now. That's, what are we doing? Like, you know, so, but that's the mindset. I definitely, I'm a firm believer in that as well. Just, if I'm not getting a sack, I'm either putting the guy in the quarterback's lap or I'm being disruptive some type of way.
And if you're not getting sacks, but you're getting pressures, you know the sacks will come. Is it kind of like
It'll eventually come. Because at the end of the day, all it takes is one.
Right.
You win the perfect time, and the quarterback, everything has to go right. You beat the guy, quarterback's in the right spot. You win one time, you look like a hero. But at the same time, we still want to get more than that, obviously. But that's why you have to kind of put in perspective. I'm gonna keep going until I just get one. And when I get one, the chance I'm gonna get a lot more after that. With that, you know, energy and juice that you get from it. Yes,
Thanks,
sir.
man.
Appreciate y'all, man.
Being out here, how does that feel?
It's just fun. I love being back to football, especially with this team right now. It feels like a whole new team because of all the new faces, but everybody feels like family already. So it's been really, really cool to be out here, being able to just mesh with the guys and build on the last season, because this is my first time in my career I've had a return of our defensive scheme. So every year I was always having to learn something new, but now that we're able to build on what we did last year, it's exciting. We've been having fun.
Some of the personnel was talking about just how the personalities, they meshed well last year, but this year it's a whole new, even better vibe.
Right. It's especially we have a lot of young guys. You know, everybody's still having fun, and it's really just cool that everybody meshes, and we get a lot of time with our team, and we make sure that we hang out outside of this and make sure that we're just always talking and always just having fun, whether we're on the field or off the field.
So how much more confident are you? You said you know, now that you've seen this team for a year, coming into these OTAs.
Super confident. Just knowing that we can build on it. We had a lot of success last year and a lot of failure also, but that we've only looked at the ways we can get better every single year. So now that we're able to build on things, and now we really have memories. Okay, this didn't work last year, so how can we fix that? How can we build on this? These are the issues that we got to tackle last year. Now we're able to fix all those within the same coverages, and just small stuff like that. We know that it's going to get a lot better.
You talk about all the young guys, but there's more veteran presence as well on this defense. How helpful is that?
That's helpful. It's just especially with me, with Josh, with Harry, just being on the back end still, with Murph still returning, a lot of older guys, and it seems like a new young team, but we really do have a lot of veterans, so it's cool just having that experience, especially Harry coming back. That's always a big time for us, just being able to have him and have his knowledge and his presence in that room.
Cam, I know you're not an 8-year vet, but you've been in the league long enough now,
Yeah.
a few years now. I mean, is it crazy that this is the first time? You talk about continuity. Is it pretty crazy to think about that?
It is crazy, especially me going into my 4th year. Just so much change over the first few years of my career. Having a returning staff, having same coaches, same scheme is a blessing. And I realized like how much more you can grow in the off season when you're able to build off of something, because you're not worried about. You're still learning new stuff, but it's more building off of what you knew already and how you can fix the little small details to perfect certain things that we didn't have perfected during season because of the tight schedule. So now we really get the time to really break everything down and watch the tape from last year and build, and even with the new stuff, because the league changes every year, offenses do new stuff, and there's always new trends in football. So being able to move forward with that, it's been fun.
How much is this home? Like, you're entering your contract year, but like I'm thinking, like you'd be a prime candidate for a contract extension.
Yeah, I love Minnesota. Just praying for whatever God's will is for me, that He just has that. And my focus is to come out here and play football and have fun and keep getting better no matter my situation.
Has there been any dialogue?
My agent, he's doing all the work behind the scenes. My head's straight on the field.
Cam, some of the new guys are kind of impressed with the knowledge sharing that goes on this team. Just talking to Aaron Jones, because a lot of the guys on the defense, they're telling me like, hey, when you give me this look, I'm thinking you're doing this.
Right.
And it also keeps him, like, he can self-scout, like,
right.
what I'm giving away. That's kind of a given on this team too, right? What is it about this team that knowledge sharing really helps?
I feel like as much competition it is, we realize and we have the mindset that at the end of the day, this is our team. So if we're not helping each other get better, you compete during the rep, but after the rep, you can talk and see what you saw. And even with our defensive staff, they've made sure that we're having constant dialect with the receivers and the tight ends on the back end. Like, okay, we're all watching film together. Like, what are you guys doing to beat us on this rep? And how are you guys winning this rep? What did I do wrong? So we're able to really teach each other and have a two-way dialogue of, okay, how can we each get each other better?
He also said sometimes in practice, he goes, all right, if I've already done this look, they know what's coming out the next time. Keep showing your P's and Q's to change it up even at practice.
Yeah, you have to always change it up, especially going against the same guys every day. You keep doing the same exact thing, they're going to know exactly, because you get to know each other so well over time. So it's really a game that we have to play within ourselves, and that's really how it is come football time. And during season, every week, you have to make an adjustment. If you keep doing the same little things, they're going to exploit every little weakness in your defense. So especially for us, we have to continue to just make adjustments.
Thank you.
Appreciate y'all.
Appreciate you.
Thank you guys.